right, folks, here we are. It is time. Star Ladder, Season 12 America. This is the final match of the America qualifier. The winner of this match gets to go on to DreamHack Bucharest to play at Star Ladder. The loser, their road ends here. And how the hell have we made it all the way and this far? There has been a lot of bumps along the way, whether it's servers, whether it's DDoS, whatever the hell it may be. We have finally made it. And I am ready to find out who the hell is going to be going. It's myself, KotLGuy. I got my buddy Maut back by my side. Maut, let's take it home. I am ready. How you feeling?
You know, it's a bit late here on the East Coast, getting to be about 11 p.m. Not too bad, but I'm hype as all hell for this matchup. Team Tinker versus Wheel. Man, I don't know. Wheel having a dominating performance in that second game, finishing the game at about 20 minutes. No SF first pick for Team Tinker, which they've been so strong with. They don't allow Quickfoot to get the Storm Spirit either, as that's banned again. And they go for a completely different road. Team Tinker realizing that, hey, Mike was pretty good with that Clockwork last game. Let's give it to Bulba, the other Clockwork Master. This does give Wheel the combination play. The Sniper for Relic and Sleesel, his Troll Warlord. The 1-2 punch, and as you've said so often, it's not Dota with one or both of these heroes. Yeah. And now we got them on the same team.
Very scary for Tinker, but you can just see the respect from both of these squads. Tinker respecting that Omni Knight. They just want to make sure that there's no way they're going to get it. And you saw it with that one fight in there at the bottom lane. It looked like Black was going to be able to commit on just finishing off what he started, but then that Omni Knight, he hits that R button, and you hate everything. You can't finish what you started. You are the one dead, and next thing you know, it's Wheel overtaking the base, and we're at a 25-minute GG. So they rid of the hero altogether and the Jug. Storm Spirit for pretty much every game from Wheel. They make sure they ban out, but this time no access to the bat. And yeah, man, an opener of a Clockwork seems pretty confident to me. Are they going to get the Shadow Fiend again? That'd be pretty risky into a Sniper. So now Koikfa is going to have to do something outside of the Shadow Fiend. And what options do you have now to go against someone like the Sniper? Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Queen of Pain
sure.
is there. Is it worth though picking up right now?
I mean, I've seen. Well, I don't know if you go for it now. I don't know if they go for the Queen of Pain at all, because I think Lena is also very good, and that's another hero that Quickfoot has played. Okay, they do go for it. There it is, the Queen of Pain. They want that hero. They want it in the middle lane. There's also a good chance they play it safely, and they've done that for Black in multiple occasions, and then they pick up the Lena mid. That's also a very, very solid option, because then you have the opportunity for Black to rotate over to mid, as well as Bulba, and then get the Lena stun, Black initiated and the Clockwork hook shot. And that's a lot for one hero, obviously, so I don't know. We'll see. I think they probably don't go for Black Queen of Pain. I think this is going to be quick for playing it. The question is, what do you give Black in this situation? We've seen a couple of heroes. He has a lot to work with, again, and somebody with a very deep hero pool. I'm almost more curious to find out who they pick, what they pick as the supports. There's no Lion. Venge is available. The IO last game for Pilot Die was not great. Omni Knight's not available. It gets banned out. What else is there? I'm having trouble thinking of the supports, again, as I often do. But
No. The one thing that bounced up to me is actually not the support, but if it was to be a Black hero, the Spectre is still there. And it can work really nicely against someone like a Sniper. And I wonder if it's something Tinker have been thinking about. I mean, I don't see any reason why it couldn't be there. So if they want to do that, they could build on top of it with their supports. They could go with Zeus. They could go Ancient Apparition and just kind of...
Spirit Breaker support.
Spirit Breaker is a really good one against a Sniper, too.
Yeah, but how many eggs are you willing to put in the Sniper basket? Are you willing to commit that hard towards one hero? They already have 2 heroes to deal with it. Do you pick all 5 heroes around a Sniper? You have to also find a way to shut down a Troll. I think Bane's a very good support against him. We saw EG run it, although it wasn't successful in that game. They didn't win the game, but it's something that definitely does work against the Troll Warlord. It's questionable. You don't know really where they're going to head with the draft. There's a lot of options. And again, like you said, Black could go Spectre. He can go a lot of heroes. They just have that kind of depth with him. And that's why I think they've been so successful over the past couple of months, is because they have such a versatile player who can play everything. And now he's on a team that can actually speak English. On the last team, Vici, he spoke a bit of Chinese, but the communication issues were obviously a problem. Sometimes they even had to translate between Ice and him. Ice telling him to do his own thing, and then Vici kind of doing their own thing. But now he's got an English-speaking squad. And even another German if they really want to get super in-depth with their conversations, but I don't think that's the case.
Vengeful Spirit is the third grab here for Wheel, which is the first solid defensive step, I guess, if you will, to kind of help out maybe their sniper. It certainly aids if they want to make a go at the Roche and have the extra bit of minus armor there. All-around solid grab. But a Sand King in response. Don't get to see this hero very often. Not anymore, unless it's like, what, Empire trying to run with a Yoki Sand King off lane.
Off lane, yeah.
But I don't know if it's not an off lane here. I mean, we already have a Clockwork. But, yeah, just kind of your standard, more greedy. But, hey, the one thing he does have is great gap closing. You get him a blink, and he can get a hold of your sniper. No problem.
That's true, and he's also pretty good against Troll Warlord as well, just making sure you have any sort of stun and ways to burst him down before he does get the BKB. So Troll and Sniper will have to invest in early BKBs, absolutely. I mean, we're talking like SNY for Troll into BKB, maybe even Helm into BKB for Troll if he's feeling a little bit naked. Sniper, maybe even Mom into BKB, or like, I don't know, it depends on what Sniper goes for because there's a lot of different builds for him. But it's certainly a good choice. Like you said, they have a Clockwork, so it is going to be jungling Sand King, at least from what I can see. I think Way2 plays that hero. I might be wrong, but Disruptor, pretty good hero against Queen of Pain. Sand King Silence is going to be very effective. It all depends on how they hit that Static Storm. All right, okay. I see you, Will. I see your heroes. This is going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, I'm anticipating it's going to be the Way2 Sand King. He seems to be more of that support, the jungling, the 4-position one, and of course, Pylai Dai is a very selfless player, which leads me to believe we're not going to be seeing a Spirit Breaker then for the secondary support. He's going to go for maybe one of his old classics, a Skywrath Mage seems to be out there, still a good option. Shadow Shaman is a good second option if you want the lockdown that Lion provides, but want to be able to follow through with objectives. But I haven't seen Tinker run it a whole lot often. Outside of that, I mean, Dazzle could be a good grab. Abaddon, I'm just not sure if they want to go more defensive with this. It kind of depends on what they want to do with Black in his more core position and who they could have by his side. So I'm curious to see because there's not very many.
I want to look up Rasta. I want to see if they've picked it at all because that's a really good point. They have. I remember a game in Dota Pit where they picked it up and.
Do you know who played it? I don't want to put you on the spot.
I think it was Way2. Oh, yeah, it was Way2. They go for the Skywrath though, and that's absolutely 100% fine. In fact, that's very good because if the Disruptor tries to get off any abilities, you could silence him with a long-range Ancient Seal, which I think is very important. And he's one of those heroes that does a lot of damage even without any items. So that's why he's one of the best 5 positions. I like it a lot, and they do as well. They play the hero a decent chunk. They've picked it in like 4 or 5 of the drafts here that I can see in the last couple of games. So now it's Wheel trying to determine what they think AM is, or rather what Black is going to grab. AM, of course, is his favorite hero to play, but in this situation, would AM have been the best bet? I'm not 100% sure. And now I think Spectre can work here, but it's a very, very defensive dual lane with the Skywrath Mage Spectre and Sand King in the jungle. So that's the threat. That's the scary part.
They actually ban out a Spirit Breaker here for what they're anticipating to be Mike's grab. Mike has gone for Doom. It could be, Centaur Tide. I've been some of his recent grabs on top of it. For Black, we could see a Faceless Void again. It's another Skywrath Mage. It works okay with Queen of Pain. And it works good at being able to, close that gap with a Time Walk, and, there's not much Sniper can do inside of a Chronosphere. So I wouldn't put it past them to also just go back for the Faceless Void once more, but also a Spectre seems to be the next best bet. But we'll have to see. But it's Wheel's turn now, and they need Mike's hero.
Reserve time.
It's important to know that Wheel have picked Troll in every single game
they're disgusting.
Series.
It's just, it's just.
Why not?
If I wanted to see Troll every game, I'd just play a pup.
Yeah, we could do that later. Are you down?
I don't know. It's been one hell of a casting session, Maut. I might hang a noose.
Has been.
I might put a noose on the ceiling and see how that goes. But
Dakota, please don't joke about that, man.
I'm kidding. I'm
gonna get David to check on you. All right.
No, it's.
Are you gonna be all right, buddy?
I'm fine. I'm great, man. I am great. All right. I'm here for America. I want to know. All right. We have a lot of questions, and we need the answers as far as what team's going to be taking it to the next level here. And I'm not surprised they're going to be sweating the clock because this is their final pick of their final match here in Star Ladder. They got to make it count. It's Mike's hero.
I will say this.
Okay.
Wheel, like all of these players have been trying so long to reach that tier 1 LAN. Relic has been playing for a long time now. Sleesel has been playing since Dota 2 came out, probably before that. At least that's how long I've known him. Goody as well. They played on a team called Gratzler with Arteezy, if anybody has their NA Dota lore brushed up. IX Mike obviously has been to a couple of pretty big LANs, but Derp as well, former Fnatic NA member and all that stuff. So they'll go for the Doom, as you called. Mike playing this a lot. And in this situation, you know, locking down a Queen of Pain, locking down whoever Black picks, this is going to be very important. And who is it going to be for Black?
Ooh.
There it is. The Naga Siren. We got a perhaps 60-minute game on our hands. It's actually for Naga mid and the safe lane Black Queen of Pain, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Naga and Sniper. These are two of the best at making games go long, and this is where you test the real endurance of these players, and especially a team like Wheel, who have already played a full best of 3 before this. Now on their, 6th straight game, they got to go against Tinker and just get over this big step to make it to the LAN. For Tinker, their new squad really have proved themselves. A lot of big wins. You'd think that they'd be able to easily shove this Wheel group aside, but it's proven to be a bit of a tougher test than I bet they anticipated. So can they take them down, or will there be an upset?
5 seconds remaining.
I am ready, Maut. I am ready, so let the show begin. Let's just go right into the rosters in case action breaks out. Team Dire is going to be Team Tinker. Pink Panda, also known as Way 2. He's going to be playing your support Sand King. We got Bulba back on his signature Clockwork. Black is going to be playing the Queen of Pain. He's actually heading towards the mid lane for now. KotLGuy back on the Skywrath Mage, and that will leave KotLGuy on the Naga Siren.
On the other side of things for Wheel, heading down mid, actually up towards that top rune spot. Derp, your Vengeful Spirit, the support, one of the harder supports. Relic playing his famous sniper. He's, I think, 9-2. I might be wrong about that. He's right up there in that statistical department. He's going to be up on your sniper, your pink player, or your purple player, rather. Sleesel's on the Troll Warlord. He's going to be going for the Stout Shield Tango Salve start. Fan of Soyan. He has the Smoke of Deceit, and he's your Disruptor player. That leaves IX Mike 88 on the Doom. He's heading towards the safe lane. It looks like maybe a bit of an aggressive tri-lane coming out from Wheel. And I think this could be interesting. We'll see how the lanes progress further. But top lane rune going to be probably gathered by Wheel, and that means Bounty is going to be taken by bottom, and Bulba will grab it up. Interesting start to be sure.
Definitely a big factor in that last game was Wheel surprising Tinker probably with their laning setup, so we'll see if they go a bit more interesting here. Derp going to drop down the ward. It's right next to the Tinker ward, so they probably saw it. And KotLGuy just kind of lets him know, get the hell back, pops him with an arcane, and he'll walk on over. And yeah, it looks like they're going to be going with somewhat of an aggressive off lane here. Oh no, the early smoke. Ooh, Maut, I like this. Can they lead this game off with a nice and swift first blood? Are they going to turn the corner and go for mid? Because Relic, he's got his hands full with a Skywrath Mage. And Black is just trying to get an early boost to CS, but here comes trouble. Oh, he is dead. That whole smoke cake was for that one auto attack. They get the kill. They could get Black as well. Oh, they do. Double kill for Goody. Welcome to game number 3. Wheel off to a good start.
Let me just throw this out here. KotLGuy was like here, right around this area before backing. Maybe like here, actually. And then took like 3 tower hits and proceeded to just die up here.
Just didn't want to see where the supports were going to be showing up, and they didn't have to wait very long to find out that they were hidden behind. And
do we have the overlay up? Is it good? Is the overlay good?
Oh, god damn it. I'm sorry, Maut. I failed again. But they're making it go. At least this time they didn't miss everything. And LD came in also to let me know. This is just a wonderful day. And they trade, but the Thundershock will get Way 2. Killing spree already for Goody. But they are going to be able to get one of their own. Back and below. Goody able to drop the kinetic field. Keeps KotLGuy away. And back we go. This is early aggression from both sides. More so Wheel getting the best of it here. Your Disruptor already 3-0 at not even 2 minutes into the game. He's got 1k gold. He can go right for arcanes if he'd like. Uh-oh, Pilot Eye in trouble again. Stun onto him. Sleesel looking to clean him up. Needs another hit. It's going to come out from Derp. He gets the kill there. Now Sleesel going to heal up with that salve. 4-1. Man, we're off to quick, fast, and in a hurry here for game 3.
Yeah, this is turning into one of those. Oh, all right. Bulbul gets the kill bottom.
What
Battery
the hell
still
is
level
going
2, no
on?
flare. It's 4-2 at 2 minutes into the game. No worries. No worries whatsoever. Wheel getting off to a fast start, but they do lose Mike in the bottom lane. It's not the easiest matchup. The Clockwork should be able to bully out Doom fairly easily, and he gets the kill. Goody is in Viz up. He is going to throw down a Sentry Ward so they can't stack up camps or even use that Dire Camp there. And it's pretty big. Waitsu's not going to be able to get that early blink. He's still level 1. He has Burrow Strike. They're wrapping mid. Black has his blink ready to go. No glimpse for Disruptor, so they really can't get this kill again. But Tinker are leading CS, but they've lost a couple of heroes. Yes, they've lost their Pilot twice. That's unfortunate. Yes, they've lost Waitsu once. Yes, they've lost Black once. But now they're going to look to maybe go on the offensive here. And they'll try for a smoke of the sea gank. Where will they head? Maybe bottom lane. Maybe they'll head into the jungle. Fan of Soyon. Goody is nearby. But I don't know. We'll see where they head up.
Now back to farm. It seems like we've... just to say we might get some calm here. It's Team Tinker now smoked up. Heading to the Wheel Woods. Uh-oh. There's Goody. And he's got that sweet early bounty. Let's get it. Burrow Strike's going to connect. Even the rocket coming out from Bulba in that off lane. He eats through the trees. And yeah, it should be one more right click. Maybe an Arcane Bolt. There it is. The inevitable Doom. Boop. Does get the nice little kinetic field and a Thunderstrike off. So Waitsu's going to be pretty low. And now it's going to be tough for him to make it out because here comes Relic. And yeah, he scouts it out. 1 shrapnel, 2 shrapnel. Waitsu thinks about maybe seeing if he can get denied. But the concussive shot is there. And it slows him down. No more charges on that shrapnel. Waitsu's going to make it out.
That's actually so huge. That's all 3 shrapnel down for 20 seconds. That means that now you look at the mid lane, Black's like, I actually have room to work with here. I'm not going to get killed, although, you know, take aim kind of sucks, but whatever. I can farm freely. I don't have to worry about shrapnel. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Boba was going for Mike again. Couldn't get the kill this time around. And luckily, he has the South to work with. Mike's back into it. All right.
Relic steps back to his mid lane, and yeah, only 1 charge towards his shrapnel for now. Black has recovered a little bit, 21 and 14 for his CS, has that haste bottled up. And back and behind, they're scouting out and seeing that these camps have been blocked. So Pilot probably looking to get a sentry his way soon. And for KotLGuy, who's been avoiding a lot of the early action here, we'll see. He's probably going to get up the early Aquila, but we'll see how long he wants to wait before he just decides to bull rush for the early Radiance. We'll salve up, and now they head towards the top, where Sleesel also continues to farm, just trying to finish out his phase boots here. They target him. Derp right behind. They make the go. Concussive slow. Derp gets the stun. It will connect onto Waitsu, and Sleesel will be able to walk away. So unsuccessful gank movement there from Team Tinker. Just continues to add the pressure, but not be able to get any sort of blood drawn.
At least KotLGuy is getting a lot of room to work with. Although Sleesel is your lead CSer, they do have 3 heroes up at the top lane. Black is CSing well mid. But Waitsu can't get in the jungle. He's not even level 3 yet. And all of his jungle stacks are like gone. There's 1 here. That's all he's got. And they had a sentry here. They countered it. So that one's available. And Waitsu is now still looking for that 3rd level. If he gets the bounty route top, he might get it. Is it going to happen? No. He's so close. He's so damn close.
Not happening. So he'll just leech some XP, it looks like, from the mid lane to get to that level 3. And there it is. So now he gets that 2nd point if he wants to into the Sandstorm. And can look to maybe jungle towards his blink. Top lane, though, they're making to go with the Pilot Magic Missile will connect, and there's the slow. And they will get it. Derp gets the last hit in there. And now ahead, 6-3 wheel. Mid lane, though. Yeah, Bulba makes a committed jump and is able to get the kill onto Mike with the help of a DD rune. Plus Black getting involved. Doesn't need to use a Sonic Wave, but ends up being a 1-for-1 trade.
Not the best start for Wheel in terms of CS. They got off to that fast start in kills, but Now Bulba's starting to get involved. There's that hook shot. He had a DD. He gets a kill. He's rotating back towards mid. There's no vision for Relic. He doesn't know this rotation's happening. And Black has a blink if he wants to jump in. He has Sonic Wave as well. Relic heading to the trees. Bulba wrapping all the way around. He knows he's nearby. He has Flare available. No hook shot. There's going to be the dagger. Bulba with no hook. Now the Sonic Wave. The Flare's going to go. They get the kill. And they stop Relic from farming. Doom is not available, by the way, for IX Mike 88. He does not have his R button, his ultimate, not skilled. He's only level 5. And Black now getting the better end of Relic in this middle lane, despite him going down early to that Smoke of Deceit gank coming through. That is a Midas coming out from Goody. Top lane, meanwhile, Koikfa in trouble. No Song of the Siren available, and Sleesa with the last right click gets the kill. That's a big pickup.
Yeah, nice setup right there from Derp to lead in with the magic missile, and then Troll just doing Troll things, unleashes his Fury of Whirling Axes and just charges on in there, and, well, does work of Koikfa. So your Naga going to be brought down, and, well, Bulba returns back to his bottom lane, going right for the Blade Mail. Robe and Chainmail in hand. Your 8-minute room going to be a bounty, which you'll snag up there. Black gets the top one, which will be a regen. And now Relic on his return back to the lane, just trying to recover. He needs assistance. Almost feels like at all times. And Mike is kind of here, hanging nearby. Maybe looking to kind of bait out Relic a bit and try to debut that first Doom with a kill.
So, the one thing the supports did gain from those early rotations, we talked about Goody's Midas, obviously. He's level 6 now. That's the biggest thing. Even Venge is level 5. Hookshot's going to come. It's going to connect onto Relic. He has Static Storm. Even if he drops it down now, there's no guarantee he gets a kill. He will use it onto Bulba. Black looking to jump, and they even commit the Doom. Goody getting right-clicked. Black needs to back away. Now jumps in. Has no Sonic Wave. Out of mana. Might have committed too hard for this. Magic Missile's going to go. Wave of Terror. Black, one right-click, and he actually goes down. I'm not sure if that trade was worth it. IX Mike getting involved there, and he's still pretty far away from his Midas, but that does help him get closer.
Really wanted to get that kill on the support, thinking he'd walk away with a nice 2-for-0 trade, but that's not happening. It still works out to their better as both mid laners do go down. Bulba will take advantage of this free lane for the side of Tinker, though, while they can. And, well, Sleesel makes his return back to the bottom. He's got his Morbid Mask, probably doing what we've seen already from the other games, looking to build into a Helm of the Dominator, Sanjin Yasha, in hopes that maybe they can get a big setup of a big play and make a move into Roche sooner than later.
I definitely, like I said in the draft, BKB is going to be a huge option for Wheels cores at some point, though, and it's something they should think about. Relic's going to steal a pretty big stack, which could have been for Waitsu. However, they smoke up, still no blink for Waitsu. Bulba has hookshot. Bulba saying, leave the initiation to me, Waitsu. Watch the master. Watch my hookshot. Bulba's going to lead the way. Who will he find? Relic is the target. They actually have that beautiful Observer Ward. And will they commit? Derp's nearby. Bulba catches him. He gets Relic. Beautifully done. Swap out, but there's the Burrow Strike coming in. And now the Sandstorm, the Riptide, 2 down. A double kill for Koikfa. What a big set of events coming up from Tinker. And now they're going to get more.
Yeah, look who sneaks in behind. Black, he gets glimpsed back, but he blinks right back forward, and he doesn't need to commit too much to get the job done. Not with that DD, and it ends up being 3 all day. That movement from the top was just beautifully done. They anticipated the swap to be there. Waitsu was ready with the stun, and there is nothing they can do. Koikfa just kind of slithers on in, gets off a nice Riptide, and quickly 3 hit the deck. And now it's Tinker up and ahead, 10-8. Early net worth boost for them only puts them at about 1K advantage, but it's a nice head start for them in a game where they got to feel a bit more comfortable. I want to say they got to feel comfortable in the late game, but really, it's not very often that we get to see the Naga go toe-to-toe with a late game troll and a sniper, so really, who knows at this point?
We talk about illusion heroes against troll, and it's another one of those situations. Spectre, PL, Sleesol is he's gonna have his hands full. Luckily, he will have the sniper to help him out in that regard. Sniper Troll, one of the most dangerous late game combinations, but again, Naga Siren is Naga Siren, and she could get 6-slotted within 40 minutes. All of a sudden, this game turns around. Plus, Black's there to help out with blowing up some of these heroes and going for the early Orchid, which, I mean, that's a huge item, specifically maybe even against Mike or any support for that matter. This is a good start for Tinker. Like I said, the laning phase was disastrous when you look at it from a kill perspective, but Team Tinker had really good CS in almost all their lanes. Oh god, Sleazel.
Yeah, they get Sleazel. Bulba moves forward, plops down an Ops ward, gets the easy vision, and well, now he's the one who could be in trouble. There's going to be a glimpse back. They get the Doom. Wave will also connect, and Relic will finish him off with a nice little assassination there. So it ends up being a 1-for-1, but Team Tinker do take down the mighty Sleazel Troll. So worthy for them. That is back-to-back big smoke setups from them. And what was a very awkward start for Team Tinker. I mean, that was what, a almost triple kill for Disruptor. He led off with an early killing spree, and
yeah,
they are doing a really nice recovery here in the early part of the mid game.
I mean, Quick was closing in on his Relic, and Black actually going to get Magic Missile. They're going to try to bring him back. They have Glimpse. They can't find him. They don't have vision. They needed to get Shrapnel actually behind the tower, I think, but or get they needed the Thunderstrike to get off, and Goody just didn't have that luxury, unfortunately. So it's tough. But yeah, no, you're right. Team Tinker have recovered nicely. And I want to say that kill down bottom, by the way, the trade, the Doom for Bulba getting a kill on Sleazel, that's definitely way more worth it for Team Tinker because they force a lot of rotations down bottom. They get a kill on the solo, or rather the safe laner coming out, the orange player, if you will, Sleazel, and he's very important. But again, it's really just about the space top lane for KotLGuy. And his Relic's done if he goes and buys it, which he will from the secret shop. He actually doesn't send the courier over. He just buys it himself. He says, screw it. Courier, not safe. Highlight die, Black smoked up. Relic backing away, knowing that everybody's missing off the map. I think that's smart. And the counter smoke from Goody and Derp.
Classic counter smoke. Well, they have their own objective here. They're heading towards top lane, so this is convenient for me. Double engagements breaking out. Mid lane, they make the jump onto Relic, and yeah, they'll get that kill. And those two supports who smoked up are like, oh crap, they got our sniper. We got to go back. And they head back towards mid lane, so a good quick jump coming out from Team Tinker. This is feeling like, what, 3, 4 very well strung together ganks for Team Tinker. Now it's 9-12 for them. And they're not done yet. Black looking to go into enemy territory here. Has that Sonic Wave, level 2 now, ready to go. Would love to put it to strong use, but doesn't really see an opening. And back to mid lane we go. Nice little crowd here. Are they waiting for maybe another smoke setup? No. Your Disruptor, by the way, also went a Midas with all that early boom of gold. So they're putting a lot behind him, which, hey, if he's able to throw together an Agnum Scepter, hallelujah. That is probably one of the best Agnums you can ask for in the game.
I almost think he needs a blink this game, but
he'll get a blink.
As well.
Yeah. No, he'll definitely be getting a blink, I'm sure. But with a Midas, you just profit so much from it later on. You get the levels, and eventually you can probably work yourself into a nice little lags timing. But yeah, getting that mobility and a good setup with that glimpse is very nice to have.
Well, we have to check back in on KotLGuy periodically as well. The Radiance timing, it's coming soon, man. Look at it, 700 gold. He's so close to getting that, and that's very early. It could be earlier, but he was dealing with an aggro dual lane and a couple of times, so some big rotations from Wheel. So it's the time that you have to look for. Sleazel is trying to just stay with him, and he's not too far off in terms of net worth. 1,500 for the Troll Warlord. I really think that. I guess the whole thing is that you don't go for the early BKB because then you don't have the charges later. But at the same time, looks like Relic could be going S and Y here, but I think it's more than likely going to be a BKB, because if you were going to go S and Y, I think you pick up a Yash on a sniper generally. But
oh, they want to go on Sleazel here in the top lane. They make the ping where Pilot Eye had been waiting, and they have the rotation from Bulba. He steps in. He has been on fire with these hook shots. Gets the connection on to Sleazel, who tries to TP, but from a battery salt, yeah, that's not happening. He goes down. Another Mystic Flare setup there from Pilot Eye. They've been making this combo work, but could be in trouble. Swap back, and then the stun on the Pilot Eye. Assassinate gonna fly out and finish him off. But a Burrow Epi to fly out from way 2. Sets up a nice kill onto the Doom. Now Static Storm going to be dropped. Bulba could be in trouble here, and he will go down. Disruptor gets that kill. Ends up being a 2 for 2.
They know Black's coming. They've pinged him out. That was Sleazel doing so when he's dead, and Black knows this. He's going to back away. He's not going to go for anything too crazy. He walked in front of the reserve reward as he rotated over. But that did turn into a 2 for 2. But it's a Skywrath and Bulba for Mike and Sleazel. And again, more space created coming out for the Naga Siren. Whereas if you look at who was there, Relic was involved in those kills, yes, but he's not farming like KotLGuy is, and KotLGuy now has his Radiance. This is where the game becomes a bit sketchy. Team Tinker have all the time in the world right now for KotLGuy to get up his next couple of items, and he will farm very quickly. He'll use all of the camps at his disposal. He's farming in the enemy jungle. He can even try to go for the tier 1 tower down bottom. Now Black has an Invis rune. I think he might have walked near that sentry. I'm not sure. Sleazel backs away knowing that he picked it up, I think. I'm not sure which rune spot it was picked up. If it was bottom, they know. If it was top, then absolutely not. But
oh, man. Mike may be plotting out for a smoke, which he's been holding, and it could be bad timing if Black is in the area in Viz, which he is right next to him. And he's going to cross paths with Sleazel. Doesn't flinch. Doesn't pull back. There's a rocket to kind of scout out the area. Now he's getting pretty close to PyLi, who's TPing away. Very timid, but no one looking to strike quite yet. Just getting a little bit of extra foresight as far as what the hell's happening on the side of Wheel. But yet to strike.
So it's going to be this early Yasha coming out for the Troll Warlord, so he's not going for the BKB yet. I really want to see if Relic picks up his Mithril Hammer or if he completes a full Sange, which would be weird. I think it is going to be an early BKB. Bulba's nearby. He flares. I think they see some of the heroes in their jungle with this Observer Ward here. KotLGuy's just been farming like crazy, taking almost every single jungle camp in the Radiant side. And the Dire, they can't get up to the enemy jungle, or the Radiant can't get to the enemy jungle to do the same.
Yeah.
Relic picks up the Mithril Hammer, so it is the early BKB, which is the right choice considering who they're going up against. I would be afraid if I was him too, to be honest. And the game continues on with, again, KotLGuy maxing out in net worth, sitting at 1,900 gold in his pocket, and will continue to farm like crazy.
Yeah, this is where you just kind of go down that cookie cutter buildup of your Naga Siren. Probably going to finish out the Boots Travel next. Then you can go that Manta, Heart, whatever his heart desires. Well, don't look to throw it together. But the thing is it's a pretty tough test against your Sniper Troll. They had been congregated as Wheel in this mid lane for quite a while, but now they feel it's the opportunity as they smoke up, maybe just waiting for Goody to finish out that Blink Dagger, which he does have now. And they come a waltzing through this bottom lane. They're going to cross a couple of Naga illusions, but as their smoke does not pop, they know that the real one is not close. KotLGuy's waiting behind. I'm sure a lot of Wheel members missing from the map from their perspective, and yeah. You see a couple of them show up, so they're just playing it extra cautious.
I mean, they have no vision in the jungle right now, and KotLGuy, they have vision top, and they don't see anybody farming mid right now, so they have to assume that they're in their own jungle. So KotLGuy is making the right plays. He's not pushing any further out than he has to. He sends his illusions to do all the work for him. He could get jumped on here, but they don't really have a blink. Now Goody's nearby. Maybe they could go, but they have to worry about top as well as mid. Look at this. Mid tier 1 tower is getting assaulted. It's pretty low. They have Glyph. Big Observer Ward coming out for the Dire here. PyLi well placed. This is going to give them some extra vision here, especially into the middle lane, which is very important. And they can rotate mid without any worry. In fact, they'll do just that.
Uh-oh. How you doing, Goody? That doesn't take long. Quick hook shot, scream, and Mystic Flare even. And your Disruptor really had no chance from that. So he goes down, and now they have Ides over here on Relic, who's trying to hide, but he's done for. There's nowhere to go. Black just jumps right in on him. Oh, misses the Sonic Wave, but they still scout him out, and yeah, he'll go down. Black gets it, even considering the whiff of the ultimate. Does not matter. So a two-man drop all day. As Sleazel tries to find farm elsewhere, still has his hands full with these Naga illusions, so trying to make the best of it.
Really scares me is that even when Relic gets this BKB, will he be able to still survive? And I'm just not sure. Like, Sonic Wave goes through the ultimate now. He'll be tankier, yeah. There's still a little bit of right click from Tinker. And they can wait out the BKB if they really have to. I think he should be okay if he gets caught out like that again, but we'll see. It's going to be tough. Meanwhile, Black finds Fan of Soyon again. You're dead. That Orchid just goes to work. Black's dominating. He'll try to blink away. Mike was looking for a Doom. Blinks into the tree line. A lot of vision coming out from the side of Tinker. But they countered that ward, by the way.
They countered the one down here, but with that kill, they immediately ping out this high ground. They're like, okay, there's a ward there. We got to get rid of it, and they do. So Team Tinker know that their vision has been removed, but those wards did their job. How many kills did they get? 3 already with it. They took Disruptor down twice and got Relic. So they have definitely
Sleazel
paid their dues, but Sleazel gets his hands full with an engagement here at the top. Set up from, I imagine, Bulba and his Clockwork. Black with the follow-up. Bulba gets the kill. And this game not looking so good for Wheel at this mid-game period. 22 minutes in. And
this is like the perfect Clockwork game.
Yeah.
You like these kills. This is how you get your farm. How else is he gonna have before Stephen Blade Mail plus 1,400 gold? It's not CS. He has 64 at 22 minutes. It's okay, but it's really coming from these kills. He's 6-2 and 6. And like you mentioned, those wards did their job. They don't have them anymore, but now Quakefoot can just stall the game out, farm forever. They have this advantage. They'll get an even bigger advantage. They'll take Roche. They'll take the enemy jungle. They'll choke out the vision coming from Tinker. Wheel just, they need to either smoke up, get a big team fight, maybe purchase a gem to counter war, to get vision in their own jungle, take back the jungle with the smoke of deceit gank. Mike still is, he's got a blink. He doesn't go for the axe. He looks like he's going for the BKB as well, which again, it's been a big issue this game. It's been the magic damage. So now they have to play more passively. Wheel are in a really bad spot, especially they're down 7,500 and getting closer to 10K in net worth.
Quakefoot just continues to be that Naga, moving around, taking most of the farm away, even having to do work through the Wheel jungle. And this is leaving these supports pretty starved. Thankfully, though, your goodie Disruptor does have a Midas to help out, but there's going to be the BKB now complete onto Relic. No damage items, no Mask of Madness or anything, so it does put him off a little bit, and it's relatively early in the game, so this 10-second BKB could be brought down to 5 pretty fast if he's not careful, so
yeah,
we'll have to see.
I mean, that's the worry every time you get an early BKB, man.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, problem is, though, is the way that Tinker keep applying pressure, you just got to do it, and well, they hope that they can just find the time to farm it up and put up a strong defense. Tinker, though, they're playing an excellent game. They're controlling the whole map. They're taking everything away, keeping pressure all over the place. Wheel, we look at their vision. They're in the dark. They don't know where anyone could be coming from. Now that you have your Pink Panda blinking Sand King, he can continue to scout out and look to get things set up. Bulba's been on point with his hook shots. And this has forced Wheel to be in a situation where they have to kind of move as a group, and that's when you're not getting your farm and not getting your XP, and this could be just more of a slow and painful death for them. They got to find a way to just break out from this and find a big return fight or something.
Yeah, I mean, Wheel, it's tough, though, because Team Tinker are spreading out the map so well. But now they congregate top, and they find Sleazel, who is trying to farm in the enemy jungle. Hookshot's going to connect, cancels the TP. He gets caught out. And this is just because they can't farm anywhere else.
Yep.
Static Storm, Way 2 is going to be able to get out. He doesn't have Blink for another couple of seconds with Thunderstrike. He can actually Sandstorm. Burrow Strike hits on a goodie. Now there's the Shrapnel going through as well. They have the Sentry. Way 2, he's now farmed too far out. And Relic gets the kill.
Just a Sand King for a troll. Tinker not too affected by this. I guess space created from Way 2 there in the bottom lane to force at least 4 people to rotate in, but as I was said, you just don't know. For Team Tinker, they are just surprising Wheel coming in from the dark. Troll feeling like he's safe up in that top lane. Then next thing you know, he's squashed. And now Black with his DD, he's going to be able to take down this tier 2 all by himself. Good grab for him. Gets a nice little boost for himself. BKB, Orchid, and now 1,600 gold thrown together. He's second in your net worth, only to Quakefoot, of course, on this Naga, who now has that Manta. Manta Radius, Boots of Travel, 1,300 gold. Slowly inching towards that critical mass point. And Wheel, they got to hope for a way to have an answer.
The crazy thing is that Quakefoot hasn't really been involved in any of these fights. He's like 2 kills from like top lane early on when they caught out Sleazel, but other than that, all of the fights that have occurred have been without him, and most of the fights Wheel have lost. So you can't imagine how much work this Naga's going to do when she comes out of the jungle and she's like, I've finished farming. I'm now 6 slotted. I have a Heart, Butterfly, Manta, Bots, Radiance, Diffusal, whatever else. I mean, it's ridiculous. And on top of that, Black is going for, I would imagine a Lincoln Sphere, but yeah, against Doom seems pretty good. So I think that's the right choice as well.
Blink, glimpse back onto Bulba. Trying to block his hook shot does. But Bulba still has room to walk away. There's a static storm, but he's continuing to move. Shot there. Fine. He walks on out. Here comes Wave 2. Gives his life for an epicenter, which does good damage. Vengeful Spirit goes down, but here's KotLGuy now. Steps in. Now pops out the Song of the Siren. And, well, anyone who doesn't have a BKB popped is going to be stuck in a sticky situation here. Sleesel could be caught, but he wants to take Bulba with him. There's the glimpse back. He's trying to get close enough. Meanwhile, Black able to clear out another double kill for KotLGuy. All of Wheel go down in a big fight. That is what we saw from game number 1. Tinker just meticulously fighting their farm, and when it's their time to play, they move in, and next thing you know, your whole team goes down.
KotLGuy TP'd in, and they weren't ready to fight yet, so he had a song early on. And by that point, I thought that maybe Wheel were going to get away, but Black continues chase. He throws up the Sonic Wave, gets the kill easily on IX Mike and others. Meanwhile, Bulba goes down, or gets close to going down. I'm not even sure if he died in that situation, but they turn around, they get Sleesel, they get the Disruptor. And at the end of it, somehow all 5 are dead. I was like, what? How did that happen? I thought it was going to be at least 2 or 3, but not all 5. And Team Tinker, like you said, they get their farm, they take down the towers, it's their time to shine. They have come out of the base, they've come out of the jungle, swole, 10,000 net worth. They're looking to body Wheel, and in this situation, they're tier 2 towers. They're the ones going down. It's really up to Team Tinker now to just, again, apply really calm but decent pressure. And if they can continue to do that, then they'll take this game. No Rax is taking yet, but it's, again, a 10,000, actually now 14,000 net worth lead for Team Tinker, and KotLGuy only continues to get bigger.
Your whole team just continues to get so much, and I'm really reaching at ways that Wheel could find themselves back in this game. It would take...
Sniper Rampage.
Yeah, take something like that. But that's going to be a bit difficult when your sniper doesn't quite have his strong gun. Not yet, at least. He does now have the hammer, which is probably going to be building into the Maelstrom. Certainly helps with dealing with these pesky Naga illusions and clearing out these creep waves. And the thing is that Sniper, as we've seen from many other matches, offers one of the best high ground defenses in the game. So really, the tough challenge for Tinker comes in trying to break through the base. Now, as far as maybe with this Naga leading in with a song, things could, work out to their benefit, but it's still very impressive. You also have to consider Disruptor will be there. Static Storm works out well. A swap back. The defense could be strong with Wheel. I don't know, though. It's a Naga Siren, after all, who's going to be at critical mass pretty fast. It's going to be a tough test.
They need, 3 or 4 good teamfight defenses without really losing too many buildings in the process, or losing heroes as well. So, yeah, good high ground defenses, a lot of them. And that just doesn't... knowing Tinker, they'll do the same thing they did in the first game. They'll wait a little bit longer. Sleazel's going to find a courier.
Ha!
That's a Maut. No, Lincoln Sphere. He's going to make it out, too. Oh, nope. Just kidding.
Nope, not if Bulba has anything to say about it. Comes out of nowhere, and they get that kill onto the Troll. So... Troll gets down the courier, which has the rest of the Lincoln Sphere. Meanwhile, over here, you can see Goody. Yeah, it's caught. There's the Yules being shown off from Wave 2. A Doom's going to get thrown out from Mike, but there's not going to be a follow-up. In fact, the follow-up comes from the other side. Black tries to make a move in, but after the Orchid, he just quickly blinks out and away. So, Troll going to be taken down, and then movement on the top as they grab the Disruptor. Wheel may have lost their courier, but I don't think they're too heartbroken about it.
No, it sucks they don't have the Lincoln Sphere now, but Sleesel's dead, Disruptor's dead, no buyback, although I don't think they can push into the base. As I say that, KotLGuy is putting pressure on the tier 3 tower bottom. Gets the tower, he chips down a little bit. By the way, no Roche has been taking this entire game, and it's not like they can't take it. KotLGuy does a ton of damage, even without illusions. He has bots, Heart, Mantis Style, Aquila, Nextad, and Butterfly maybe, or Diffusal. Get that extra bit of damage going.
It's just, not necessary. They're just getting so much across the whole map. When KotLGuy's moving in like we see now, he'll take over the Wheel jungle, all the supports and backstaff, they're farming up the Team Tinker jungle. And then what is Wheel doing? They're sitting in their base, defending, trying to find a way to push out these lanes so maybe they can get out there. But they're not farming. Certainly not like Team Tinker are. So Team Tinker will just continue to farm and farm and farm until they have just that much that they can break in.
They've been so close. They took that second game against Tinker. They were able to 2-0 Cole earlier in the day. They've played so well. It's just this game. They were not expecting the Naga. They weren't expecting Black, and I think they relied too much, honestly, on the Troll and the Sniper. That now they're in a position where it's just they don't have the farm yet. Again, It's not over. Relic does have his Maelstrom. They have great high ground defense, as you mentioned. But it only gets harder because the supports aren't going to find farm. It's pretty much only going to be Sleesel and Relic. And even Sleesel's pushing pretty far out again, and he's going to get Epi, it looks like. And I don't
Big
see
jump in, Epi, Sleesel trying to walk away, but really there's nowhere to go except to Death Valley, as he will be executed there. And you know what? It's just Team Tinker, yeah, they definitely caught off wheel with this Naga grab. Koikfa's been playing it wonderfully. Bulba's been dominant on the clockwork this game, really trying to one-up Mike from game number 2. And the thing is it, like, I don't want to be like sound like I'm biased, but it almost feels heartbreaking for Wheel because it was just such good matches, you know, despite all the problems with the servers and everything. They've been pretty close, but this one just feels very dominant from Tinker, and it's looking like Wheel, who are definitely the underdogs already coming into this series, just are not going to be able to find a way to bounce back. I say that, but you really never know. I hope for a close matchup, but it's looking like Tinker just are kind of executing this one flawlessly for now. After what was a troubling start for them, they just seem to really have the control now.
I mean, the problem was they didn't shut down Koikfa. They got a couple of kills on Black, or 1 kill on Black. They cut down the supports a bit, but then Bulba had a great time bottom, Koikfa had a great time top, and since then it's just been disaster, struggle city, if you will, for Wheel. And you're right, the games were very close, all of them, with the exception of this one coming out. They even took down Tinker, not in a close game in game number 2, but they roughed him up. Mike has Aghanims now. He's going to have level 3 Doom pretty soon. That might be the X factor. Lincoln Sphere is coming out for a couple of heroes, I think. I'm pretty sure Waitu's also going for one. Does he have one flying out? Pila Dai has a Ring of Health. Is he also going for... Yeah, they're all going Lincoln Sphere. Waitu's getting one. They know that the biggest X factor is maybe the Doom. And they really don't want to have to deal with it. So there's just one thing you could do. It's called stacking Lincoln Spheres. Like, well... Throw up Lincoln Sphere, it gets broken. Throw up another Lincoln Sphere, that gets broken. Keep throwing up Lincoln Spheres until you can't anymore. It's really, really going to pay off, I think, for Tinker, because that Doom is not gonna connect. And more so than anything else, it's also like swap and magic missile and stuff like that. So
this does build up a pretty nice rubber band that if Wheel do get that Hail Mary of a play, whether it be in a high ground defense where they don't really acknowledge Relic and he can kind of get off all the damage he wants, they can get a huge net worth boost, but that is feeling like a pretty slim chance at this point. I mean, you got Koikfa here, who is well over 10k above the next closest Wheel member, and right now it's Mike at 15k. Your Troll went all the way down below Sniper at 11k, and finally we're going to see the first Roche go down, as it's Koikfa and Black getting it done. So now with this Aegis in hand, we'll see if Tinker use this to their advantage to try to move into the high ground against Wheel.
Black will pick up the Aegis. They'll farm the Ancients a bit further. Black has something coming out soon. It's an Assault Cuirass. I thought it might have been a Maelstrom, but Assault Cuirass maybe is the better option in this situation. Or Mjolnir, I guess, would have been the choice. But again, he would have had farm up a full Maelstrom, so... All right, so Assault Cuirass, easier to take buildings, easier to right-click heroes down. Bulba has an Aghanim Scepter, so 12-second cooldown. Pretty solid there with level 3 range as well. Koikfa, Butterfly done. Diffusal may be the next option. Anything else coming out from the Radiant team that we missed? Is the full BKB done yet for Sleesel? No. He is still not there yet. And at this point, he will either have to choose BKB or buyback. And I mean, he might not even get either because... he's at 2,000 gold now. He's not even at the BKB itself. And by the time they push in, he might not have it also. So it's struggling life of Sleesel on the Troll Warlord. And I think people are going to give him a lot of flack for trying to go out and farm aggressively. But he has to make plays like that. Otherwise, it's just... that's it. The game's probably over if you can't find any farm whatsoever.
Maybe they should consider using that to their advantage if they can bait out Sleesel.
Yeah, that would have been fine.
That would have been something, but that time might have passed now.
No, it's definitely... They can't really bait him out anymore.
Yeah.
They're too farmed. And any fight they take outside of the base is probably a lost one. The only reason that they might be able to win this is that they have the benefit of buying back and getting right back into the fight, and they have Glyph, and they have tier 3 towers and tier 4 towers, and hope they just dive. But knowing Tinker, they won't do that.
Like, the best way I can put this, and this could be an analogy that most people won't understand unless maybe you watch mixed martial arts, is that sometimes you get these wrestlers and they are very good at grappling, getting someone to the ground and doing ground and pound. It's not the most exciting thing, but it's technical and they get the job done. It's not your fancy one-punch knockout, high-flying kick or anything, but it's effective. And that's how it feels when you get a Naga lineup like this. Now, the Doom does fly in top lane. They're making it go onto Black.
Mike's dead.
Mike's dead. They can't even break through his Aegis. It will pop here, but it's not for a kill. Going well bottom lane. There's Quakeva. Takes down the tier 3. Oh! Tries to get off the song, but there is a static storm. He will be able to creep out, but back in, and they do get him down. But here comes the Epi and the Hailstorm flying with the Skywrath Mage dropping down that Mystic Flare. Mike pops his BKB, way too self-fuels, try to get away. He will go down. 2 for 1. Relic with a double. Top lane in trouble now is Black. Going on the racks, will get 1. He pops his BKB, he goes in man mode now, takes down Relic, takes down Derp. 2-man drop there for Black. It's going to force out the Relic buyback now. But the damage, it's been done. Tinker lose 3, but they get a top racks, the melee racks, and the tier 3. Bottom tier 3 goes down. That rack's going to be exposed.
Tis mine.
Very good split pressure from Team Tinker. Black with the Assault Cuirass could shoot through buildings, and now even has a double damage. Oh dear, that's frightening. He's also max level 25. Black has some damage, and they get the kill bottom, but they invest so much. I mean, we're talking about... They threw, obviously, the Doom on Black top, but that was just for his Aegis. Then the Static Storm, Assassinate came out. They popped their BKBs. And when that happens, Black goes to work top lane. He's like, space is created. I'll get the melee racks, you guys. Don't even worry about it. It's the first step in the process of knocking down these towers and these buildings. Black plays that super well, even gets a double kill. That was a very solid defense from Wheel, but... I mean, they need so much more than that. They need so much more, and they are going for the desperation smoke. And if this doesn't work, if they don't get at least a couple of kills, then I think this just might be it.
The desperation smoke, also known as the YOLO smoke, whatever you want to call it. This is...
Complexity smoke wraparound.
Yeah, this is just, they need something. And
that's the wrong direction to go.
They're thinking that they can find something in the woods, but...
Oh, Sleesel.
Now they get a scout out. This is where they maybe could have baited Sleesel. Tinker just can't help themselves. They see a troll and they're like, we can get it. Nope, they get to jump onto him and there's no help nearby. Sleesel's going to go down, and he will. He does have buyback. I mean, that's probably the only reason why he put himself out that far, that just in case maybe something happens, he can always buy back, but you don't want to have to do that, and he's going to have to do that at this point. The rest of his team moves back towards the bottom from their smoke expedition, and it's Naga breaking into the base. They can't even stop the illusions in time. She's going to be able to take out the melee racks.
Oh, and the song keeps him in place for the range racks to go down top for Black. BKB goes. They're going to Doom up Quakeva. The other Linkage was not in time, so Doom does hit. They'll take down Pilot Die as well. Double Burrow coming up from way too, looking to turn it around. Epicenter not channeled yet. Sizzle going to work. BKB pops. Black in trouble. The perma bash. Hookshot doesn't connect. Black's going to go down. They've already lost Relic, though, and he doesn't have buyback. And Sleesel, he won't have buyback anymore if he does fall. The Epi, they'll get the kill. And Mike is the last one alive. GG is called. Congratulations, Team Tinker, as they move on to Bucharest to play in the Star Ladder Season 12 LAN Finals.
There it is. They've done it. Got to give props to Wheel. They took Tinker all the way to game number 3. But Tinker just show that they have a wealth of different playstyles. Whether it be more of your brute force Shadow Fiend lineup or going back to the olden days of a Tirade Naga. They get the job done there, man. It's tactical, and what can you say? There was really no chance, it felt, that for Wheel in that game. It was all Tinker all day. Maybe with the exception of that early Disruptor movement where he somehow threw together a quick killing spree, but man, oh man. It's Tinker now.
They had too many heroes to shut down. It felt like for Wheel, they had to deal with KotLGuy, they had to deal with Black, they had to deal with even Wei2 in the jungle, maybe even Bulba, because you saw what Bulba could do with farm, you saw what KotLGuy can do with farm. Black got farm, even though he got killed once early on in the game. They kind of shut down way too early on, but then they got all of those items, and we talked about it. It was like that 10,000 gold mark. They know instinctively, like when they hit that mark, when they're close to that mark, and then boom, they take a fight without question, and it goes their way easily. They take down 5 heroes. They maybe lose 1 or 2 for it, and from that point on, you're fighting from behind. You have a BKB first sniper. He doesn't have the damage to work with, so he can't really do anything. Sleesel's died like 7 times at this point in the game. He can't do anything because he can't get his BKB. He has an SNY, but he dies too quickly. And Wheel seemed, unfortunately, they seemed out of sorts, and that wasn't the way they played every other game tonight, but that's how it ended up. And they have a very promising future. It's a tough loss for sure, but I definitely say please don't disband. Please keep going. It's a tough time, I know, but keep on the grind.
Yeah, they might have won over a couple of fans from this series alone, showing the potential that they can bring out. So we'll see what's in store for them down the road. But for Tinker, it's going to DreamHack Bucharest, at least for Star Ladder Season 12. So first and foremost, again, congratulations to Team Tinker. They're the team that wins and the team that will move on. It's been a long day of Star Ladder action today. We saw earlier Wheel make their way through a long best of 3 with Complexity and now a best of 3 with Team Tinker. But the show is over, at least for America. So it's been a pleasure bringing you the action. Maut, thank you so much for joining me on the back end of this America. I always have a pleasure casting with you in these kind of games. So please show Maut some love on his Twitter, @MautDota. For me, I'm KotLGuy. I'm going to wrap things up. And guys, again, apologies. We had server issues. We had overlay issues. I'm well aware. I'm going to have a couple of days off, which is probably for the better. So with that said, guys, take care. Enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your Dota.
G2A.com, the best video game store ever! Fast as lightning, solid as a rock, cheap as duck! What's more, you can sell on it because it's also a marketplace. Remember G2A.com, the best video game store ever!